This is Art Television.
Coming up, State of Business, sponsored by...
Meet your work and learn targets. Log on to My SLT app to activate.
IWS Aviation.
Hello there, you're watching our television. This is State of Business. I'm Pamutha Katagampala. Our top stories. Government pursues efficiency on path through recovery. Colombo Lotus Tower opens for business. Welcome back. Now let's have a detailed look at today's stories. Now the Cabinet of Ministers approved a subcommittee on economic growth and recovery with a view to render the strategic guidance required for national economic management activities. Approval was granted for the proposal submitted by the President to appoint the committee, which will have the President as chair and 5 other ministers of the Cabinet, including the Prime Minister.
ගරු ජනාධිපති රනිල් වික්‍රමසිංහ මැතිතුමා විසින් ආර්ථික පුනර්ජීවනය සහ වර්ධනය පිළිබඳ අමාත්‍ය මණ්ඩල අනුකමිටුව ස්ථාපනය කිරීම පිණිස මුදල් අමාත්‍යවරයා හැටියට ඉදිරිපත් කරන ලද යෝජනාවකට ඊ කැබිනට් අනුමැතිය ලැබුණා. එහිදී වර්තමාන ආර්ථික අර්බුදකාරී තත්ත්වය හමුවේ ආර්ථික පුනර්ජීවනය සහ වර්ධනය සඳහා ඉහළ ප්‍රමුඛත්වයකින් යුතු ගත යුතු පියවරන් සම්බන්ධයෙන් කඩිනම් තීරණ ගැනීම පිණිස ජනාධිපතිතුමාගේ ප්‍රධානත්වයෙන් සහ අග්‍රාමාත්‍යතුමා ඇතුළු අමාත්‍ය මණ්ඩලයේ අමාත්‍යවරුන් 5 දෙනෙකුගේ සහභාගීත්වයෙන් කමිටුවක් පිහිටුවීමට යෝජනා කළ තුන. එහිදී විශේෂයෙන්ම මුදල් අමාත්‍යාංශ ලේකම්තුමා මහා භාණ්ඩාගාරයේ අධිපතිතුමා ඇතුළු නිලධාරීන් වගේම අවශ්‍යතාවයන් ඇති පරිදි විශේෂයෙන්ම රාජ්‍ය පාර්ලිමේන්තු මුදල් කාරක සභාව කෝප් සහ කෝපා කමිටුවල සභාපතිවරුන් මෙම කමිටු රැස්වීමට සම්බන්ධ කර ගැනීමටත් ආර්ථික විශ්ලේෂකින් සහ විශාරදයින් අවශ්‍ය පරිදි පෞද්ගලික අංශයට සම්බන්ධ කර ගැනීමටත් අවශ්‍ය අනුමැතිය කැබිනට් මණ්ඩලය මගින් ඊයේ ලබා දුන්නා.
Meanwhile, the Cabinet of Ministers has approved a proposal presented by the Prime Minister as the Minister of Public Administration to appoint a committee of officers headed by the Secretary to the Prime Minister. The committee will make suitable recommendations for the current problems in public service, identify priorities regarding essential recruitments, and provide recommendations for a more efficient and effective public service.
රාජ්‍ය සේවයේ බඳවා ගැනීමේ ක්‍රියාවලිය සමාලෝචනය කිරීම වෙනුවෙන් රාජ්‍ය පරිපාලන සහ ස්වදේශ කටයුතු අමාත්‍යවරයා හැටියට ගරු අග්‍රාමාත්‍ය දිනේෂ් ගුණවර්ධන මැතිතුමා විසින් ඉදිරිපත් කරන ලද යෝජනාවකට කැබිනට් මණ්ඩල අනුමැතිය ලබා දීලා තිබෙනවා. එහිදී වර්තමානයේ පවතින ආර්ථික තත්ත්වයන් හමුවේ රාජ්‍ය සේවය වඩාත් විධිමත්ව කාර්යක්ෂමව සහ ඉහළ මට්ටමකින් පවත්වාගෙන යාම අරමුණු කරගෙන විවිධ අංශවල ඇති පුරප්පාඩු සහ අතිරික්තයන් පිළිබඳ ගණනය කිරීමෙන් පසුව එම සේවක සංඛ්‍යාව තුලනය කිරීම පිණිස වගේම ඉදිරි කාලය තුලදී අත්‍යවශ්‍ය නොවන බඳවා ගැනීම නතර කිරීමටත් తాවකාලිකව රාජ්‍ය තීන්දුව කොට තිබෙනවා. එහිදී සමහර ආයතනවල සේවා පවත්වාගෙන යාමේ අවශ්‍යතාවය වෙනුවෙන් අතිරික්තව තිබෙන අංශවලින් සේවකීන් උපයෝජනය කර ගැනීමට අනුමැතිය ලැබෙනවා. විශේෂයෙන්ම පසුගිය කාලය තුල රාජ්‍ය සේවයට අන්තර්ග්‍රහණය කරන ලද 60000ක පමණ උපාධිධාරී පිරිසකට විවිධ ස්ථානවල අධ්‍යාපන ක්ෂේත්‍රයේ සහ අනෙකුත් අත්‍යවශ්‍ය ස්ථානවල ස්ථාන වෙන්කොට ලබා දීම වෙනුවෙන් අවශ්‍ය ක්‍රියාමාර්ග ගැනීම ඇතුළු කරුණු මෙම කමිටුව මගින් සිදු කරනු ඇති. එම ක්‍රියාවලිය සමාලෝචනය කිරීම සඳහා අවශ්‍ය නිලධාරීන්ගෙන් සමන්විත අග්‍රාමාත්‍ය ලේකම්වරයාගේ ප්‍රධානත්වයෙන් සමන්විත නිලධාරී කමිටුවක් පත් කිරීමට අවශ්‍ය කැබිනට් අනුමැතිය ලබා දීලා තිබෙනවා.
Now, Deputy Secretary to the Treasury RMP Ratnaik has announced the commencement of business activities at the Colombo Lotus Tower tomorrow. Addressing a recent press briefing, the Deputy Secretary discussed the ownership of the tower while detailing the facilities and activities that will be made available to the public.
We are planning to start our business in 3 stages. In the initial stage, we will open the facility for general public from next Thursday and continue the activities. And so the cultural shows, musical shows, exhibitions, food festivals and the other outdoors activities will be happening from 15 onward. And we will open our observation deck and the leisure area for the public as indoor facilities. The innovation centers, e-sport arena, digital art museum and the digital banks will start under the second stage, probably towards end of this year. And 3D cinema and the revolving restaurant will be functioning according to our plan. It will be in March. So by March next year, this will be a fully functional entity with all the commercial activities. And also we are planning to start some adventure sports like skydiving and the bungee jumping also. That's again towards December. When it's come to the Colombo Lotus Tower Management Company, as we all know, that Colombo Lotus Tower was built with a foreign loan, and the facility was is fully owned by the TRCSL. The Lotus Tower Management Company was incorporated under the Companies Act in February this year, with the approval of the Cabinet of Ministers to manage the business activities of this facility and also the connected tower sites. This is a fully government-owned company with Treasury as the sole shareholder, and all transactions are subject to audited by the Auditor General Department. And most importantly, I think the profit generated by this company is will be transferred to the Treasury.
See you soon with more stories after this short commercial break.
More data when you stay and use more. Data Bowl 1, data Bowl 1.
A non-stop journey with Data Bowl 1 from SLT Mobitel Home Broadband.
Welcome back. You're watching State of Business. Now, building sustainable innovation into Sri Lanka's construction sector, Helis Group subsidiary and national leader in fully integrated aluminium manufacturing, Alumix plc recently announced the launch of Ozone. This low-carbon aluminium offering by Alumix aims to develop export markets and follows the successful Phase 1 opening of a new state-of-the-art melting facility at Sapugaskanda. With an investment of over 1 million rupees, further capacity building will take place through a second phase. Incorporating the most modern and environmentally friendly technologies in the world, the new facility enables Alumix to produce the highest quality aluminium billets utilizing just 5% of the total energy consumed in primary aluminium manufacturing from bauxite. Further, automation-driven optimizations are expected to cut energy consumption up to 20%. According to Alumix plc Managing Director Pramukh Dadivela, the material is expected to add new life to the Sri Lankan construction sector's efforts to sustainably reduce its environmental and carbon footprint. The newly launched brand for its raw material Ozone will maintain the exporter's commitment to the highest global quality standards. Given the high demand from overseas buyers for Ozone billets, especially from the USA, UK, Europe and Australia, low-carbon aluminium supports the drive to increase export revenue. Following up on commitments made as part of the Helis Life Code, which requires all companies in the Helis Group to realign their operations towards a unified approach to environmental, social and governance initiatives, Alumix has been adjusting priorities with a stronger emphasis on export development through sustainability. Alumix, which already utilizes recycled material for 50% of its raw material requirements, recently established a pilot project in the country to collect used aluminium beverage cans as a part of its initiative to care for the environment. On average, it is estimated that recycling 1 kilogram of used aluminium beverage cans saves up to 8 kilograms of bauxite, 4 kilograms of chemical products and 14 kilowatt-hours of electricity. Introducing the low-carbon aluminium product, Alumix plc's Managing Director Pramukh Dadivela detailed how reducing the carbon footprint benefits export markets and dependent industries.
Pressure mounting on export nations like ours to fall in line with the targets of reducing greenhouse gas emissions. This is true not only to Europe, but our other major export markets, UK, USA, Italy, Australia, New Zealand and Canada, who are presently trying to reduce their carbon footprint by decarbonizing their economies. Aluminium plays a vital role today in transitioning to a climate neutral and circular economy. Aluminium delivers energy and carbon dioxide savings in leading sectors. It is used to produce solar panels, wind turbines, vehicles, buildings, cables for transfer of energy, renewable energy, and replaces many products made out of timber. However, the global aluminium industry accounts for around 1% of the greenhouse gas emissions released. Bauxite, the sedimentary rock and the world's primary source of aluminium, must be refined to produce alumina, that is aluminium oxide, which is subsequently melted to create aluminium metal. This process consumes vast amount of energy and contributes to greenhouse gases. For the construction sector especially, it is vital that we explore more sustainable solutions. Aluminium's most attractive feature is its impressive continuous recyclability with zero degradation of its properties. Increasing aluminium recycling also helps to make the industry more sustainable. Improving end-of-life recycling rate for aluminium can also have a major impact.
Meanwhile, Professor Nanda Munasinghe, also speaking at the launch of ozone, described how the product earns its designation of low-carbon aluminium.
Carbon footprint can be reduced during aluminium manufacture. Either you go for renewable energy, that means hydropower, or I don't know whether we can use solar to melt aluminium, but if you go for hydropower, or next possible way is as much recycled end-of-the-life aluminium as possible. So that means that is the maximum what we are going to do. So we collect aluminium recycling for aluminium scrap for recycling. That is how we are going to drop our carbon footprint or reduce our carbon footprint. That is our aim. Right. In both cases, aluminium is a positive story. Moving towards a low-carbon economy. That is, yeah, it's inevitable. So we have to. And recycle aluminium, then we come to a low-carbon aluminium. However, we have a small problem, technical problem. The it is very important to recycle the scrap without degrading the aluminium billets to secondary quality. That is the problem, right? You know, some advertisements, they say, we are not making any steel with recycling or abali akadat api hadanne. So that's the mindset of our people. So, but in aluminium, Alumex, we try our best to make low-carbon aluminium with a very good quality, which the customer needs. For that, we have to well-controlled process parameters, modern equipment and machinery, what we have received today and launched, inaugurated the new melting plant. So that's our hope. That is what we are going to do.
Addressing those gathered at the launch, Haley's chairman and chief executive Mohan Panditage explained how ozone is a timely addition given the evolving marketplace and global concerns.
Alumex has already developed world-class capabilities in product design and manufacture in compliance with global aluminium quality certifications. Over the past 2 years, this has led to encouraging export volumes grow. We made the decision to invest over 1 billion rupees to set up this low-carbon plant in line with Haley's Life Code, which is our ESG policy framework. The Haley's Life Code integrates our group's 2030 environmental, social and governance aspiration into strategy. It is our roadmap to creating better futures. Given the present economic situation faced by our nation and the slowdown in the construction sector, we believe this was a move in the right direction. Today's launch of ozone is a significant milestone in continuing to take Sri Lanka to the world. This new product is backed by sustainable manufacturing processes which greatly support our twin commitments towards a clean environment and growth of value-added exports. By exporting low-carbon aluminium profiles, Alumex continue to drive sustainable value creation in delivering the highest quality low-carbon products in South Asia to its local and global markets.
Stay tuned for stock updates.
Meet your work and learn targets. Log on to My SLT app to activate.
Biz Roundup.
Welcome back. You're watching State of Business and now stock updates. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on positive notes today. The OSHA price index gained 165.03 points to close at 9,914.12, and the S&P SL 20 gained 46.64 points to close at 3,179.79. The turnover was 4 billion rupees and over 158 million shares were traded. Coming up next are forex rates. Well, that's a wrap from today's edition of State of Business. See you tomorrow with State of Business at 7:45 p.m. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
State of Business was sponsored by
Meet your work and learn targets. Log on to My SLT app to activate.
IWS Aviation.